Hello there everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Soulver Weekly Forecast. I'm Courtney Kassman.
And I'm Alison Maiden.
And today guys, we're going to do another round again of our Q&As to answer your questions. Let's do them! Alrighty, first question, and I'm sure you guys have all been asking, will Labor make it through till the next election here in Australia, Alison? Spirit, please. Have we answered this? Maybe. I think people are getting really anxious about the silly things that have been coming out.
My gosh. Silly.
With the politicians, not us.
Yes, silly yes. Is the
nicer
right word. Ridiculous. Let's have a look at Labor's fate. Okay. So really they are puppets in a big game, and the whole thing here is that the people that are in charge at the moment were offered deals to be there. It takes a lot to be put in a position where you're going to be hated so much, where you go to a football game and get booed, right? Where you're just walking down the street and they want to lynch mob you. So there's obviously stuff going on behind the scenes here, and these people are put in place by the powers that be that really actually rule everything here for that reason. So why are they so hated? Well, you know, the world, it's actually the whole world. It's not just Australia, but it's the whole world at the moment. And there's exposés going on everywhere. Now you have to, it's a little bit like what happened in the Biden administration in America. You have to get to the rock bottom, guys. You have to look at the fact that they have someone who's totally incompetent running the country, well, so-called running the country. It just wouldn't happen normally, you know. So what the whole point is getting people to look deeper, look at what's going on deeper. And there's very similar things going on in this country at the moment. Look deeper. Look, it's it's a two-way split at the moment. I have said before, I do not see Albanese going all the way through to the next election. I feel like he will be removed because of, well, his approval rating going right through the boots. However, if things do not change in this country with people supporting the things that they want to support rather than just going along with the sheep, it will stay the same. Things will stay the same. So the fact here is that there's some good news coming, but for who? Right? For which side of the coin? Because it looks like there's a lot of worries here as well. I don't like the look of this, Courtney. Okay. I feel like a lot of it is manipulated. The home environment will be the key point here. What they will be pushing is the great Australian dream coming back around again, but it's not as it seems. Look deeper. And this is also people making very clear judgments on what they want rather than what they see on the surface. It's a bit like the guy trying to entice you into the van with lollies.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. That's a horrible analogy, but that's how it feels to me.
It's like the deal is better than it really is. You know, what you've been offered is not really what it is. Yeah.
There will be an Italian gentleman stepping up here, and he will be taking the reins in this country eventually.
Wow.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Okay.
It's not going to be lower.
Okay. All right, next question, you guys.
All right.
A few questions and few, I guess, speculations. People want to know about some hot news that's happening with the Royals at the moment and just round them. If you're picking up anything or, more messages from them.
Yeah, okay. I've got nothing against them as people. The whole establishment doesn't sit well with me. So let's have a look here and see what is actually happening. I know that very interestingly, there has been a lot of talk in the Reform UK party. One of the senators stood up last week and gave a speech at one of their rallies and said that he felt that it was a certain injection that was to blame for the cancers that have appeared in the royal family. Shock horror. That was a shocking thing to come out.
Yes.
Look, and he may not be wrong, do you know, because the magician card on the bottom of the deck means that there's actually hoodwinking going on or things behind the scenes that you can't see. Well, that's just typical of them anyway, that we don't know the truth. And there's a lot of things here that they're manipulating, trying to, put into place to make sure that they look like they're the good thing. As long as Diana's on the front of Women's Weekly, everybody's happy. Now, look, the next 6 months you'll see see lots of news coming out of the camp, the royal camp. They're going to start trotting out the kids a lot more for distraction, and I think already they're changing hairstyles and things to just get people to look at them. So there's a lot happening here. A major royal has gone across. She's already gone just recently. I think it was the Duchess of Kent, but she was 92.
Yes,
and the whole thing around this is that it's still driven from a place that we don't want to know about, right? See, there's more news about Kate here.
Wow.
I'm not convinced that she's all good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? She's had a bit of a reprieve here. Look, I think she will have a time where she's going to have to fight again for her health, but she's a very fit lady. There's still some worries here around. Do you know who may come out as a real concern? And that's Camilla.
Oh, wow.
I think because I feel like that could be the next very big story coming out, that there's something seriously wrong with her.
Okay, well, we'll watch that one. Yeah.
And it will be, it's probably lung cancer or something.
Okay.
Now, this is them still making trillions of dollars out of everybody else, but this is also them doing a lot more towards what they say is charitable work. So what you're going to see from them is that they're trying to, of course, make them look better. As their approval rating goes down through their boots. Since old Charlie's been put in place, I see him on the throne maybe 3 years max.
Yep.
And I think within 12 months, I think that Prince William will step up, and then his family will be very much put to the forefront. But luckily, he has more genes of his mother in there, who was a good person. And here we have the Three of Swords, meaning there will be a major royal Passover. So that is very important. This is within 12 months.
Yep.
Okay,
wow,
so
that's super important.
That one's done.
Okay, and just to tie around with all the health, we have people asking, like they've been having many people pass over. We're sending a love, of course, and many celebrities passing over.
Indeed.
Lots of illnesses that have just started, and it's like 24 hours, that's it. So people want to know, what is the new medicine, I guess, that we can expect in the future? Will there be cures, stuff like that?
Okay, well, I mean, we have been hearing for a very long time about the med beds, about the so-called vibrational medicine. I believe in vibrational medicine. I use it on myself, vibrational medicine. I think that it's a very, amazing tool to be able to use. And there will be major breakthroughs coming in this next 12 months when it comes to illness as well, guys. So that's the good news. Now, let's have a look here. I feel as though a lot of people don't trust anymore in doctors, and after what's happened, right? Oh, yes, look, the bottom card, cutting losses, getting out of situations you don't want to be in. This is like, no way, I'm not going to be trusting in the mainstream stuff. So you find a lot more people are giving up on that, going down the natural way of things. Look,
wow.
Before we move forward, there's going to be, unfortunately, more of the same that's been happening. And that, unfortunately, will bring in or herald in a new time where it seems like there'll come a time where that will end, and I think that's another 18 months. That's going to come to a close, and there's just all of a sudden it feels like someone snaps their fingers and there's going to be some kind of
something there,
miraculous thing that will come. Perhaps I hope it's the med beds for everyone, because that way I feel like we're going to actually start getting somewhere, guys. Look at this. There is wonderful things to come, so many breakthroughs, and things being cured that were before incurable.
Wow, that's so cool.
This actually has been 7 to 9 years in the making. So this has been going on behind the scenes for a long time. And I think that, obviously it will just come out to public knowledge very soon. It will be available to everyone. It's not going to be an elitist thing either. It'll be available on your public health or your the government will actually make an allowance for this because it looks like it's going to be available to everybody.
Wow.
Now, don't worry too much about your health long term over the next 10 years. pretty much everything's going to be curable. This has to be med beds. I can't imagine how it could be anything else.
Yep.
I really, in that quick sort of time frame,
Yes,
guys,
yep,
I'm talking, you know. I think there will be, of course, scientific breakthroughs on certain illnesses and things like that, but this, it looks like a blanket sort of effect there. And certainly some very good news. Oh, and look at this. And I think the news is actually delivered by a beautiful lady, a woman. She appears to be at the top of her game, you know, a professor or a doctor, and she's going to be the one to stand up and say, hey, I've been in charge of this project, and that this is now moving forward into a global arena. And it's coming out of Europe to start with. Ooh. Italy is coming out, and I do like her.
Yes, the Italy
lady.
Yes.
And the strength card here, meaning, yes, look, now, some people will have to travel overseas to get their medical fix. However, that will be allowed. There will be a certain amount of people that will be allowed. And I do feel here that this is going to be a very, very big breakthrough for humanity. Hallelujah. That's a very positive reading.
Definitely.
Excellent.
Yes, definitely. I think a lot of people are stepping more into different ways of healing, you know, not just going straight for the cabinet.
That's
trying to do the different natural ways and hopefully finding a better.
Yes, well, frequency has been proven to be healing all sorts of things.
Definitely. Awesome. That was our quick fire questions. Thank you, Alison, for your readings.
No worries.
Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to put comments down below, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Bye.